Peter Hudson.
I can recall one of the early games he played, one of the earliest games he played, and there'd been so much talk about him that Graham Arthur, who for some reason he must have been injured, and I were watching, and Peter did this and did that, but he wasn't shining, as they were, or as Michael Tuck would say, he wasn't sparkling. And then it was a pretty greasy ball, and he ran towards the goals and picked it up one hand, and he was about 40 metres out, and with the left foot he kicked it, and it went straight through a bit of an angle, quite an angle, and he kicked straight through the middle. And we just looked at one another, and we didn't say anything, but I think we both recognised that all that had been said was true. Peter was a different kind of full forward, but an extraordinary ability. The straightest kick I've ever seen for goal. He kicked 100 goals, and his 100th goal was kicked at Hawthorn against Collingwood in the days when, you know, nobody kicked 100 goals, and it was a great occasion, really.
And Hudson now, 99 goals up. Up comes Hudson, concentrating, he kicks, he's put it through, it's 100, and look at him! Oh, it's all over, the relief, and that came up 15 minutes into the first quarter. 100 goals to Peter Hudson.
He treated me like any other player. I can remember one day when I wasn't doing too well, and the message came out from the runner, get a kick or you're off. So to put it bluntly, so I had to lift my game.
Peter Hudson, another man who just used to frustrate many opponents. As soon as you got near him, he'd turn his back on you, and if you went to sort of bumping, you'd be bumping into his back and to get the free kick. He was a genius, that fellow.
The standout would have to be Peter Hudson. He gave me the opportunity to play senior football in Hobart in the State League, and he did take an enormous amount of extra time to help me with my skills. And I remember so many times that he used to keep me up at the TCA where we used to train in Hobart, and I'd be out there for an extra hour or even two in the sleet and the rain until I picked up a ball 100 times cleanly or marked the ball 100 times cleanly before I could go home. And at times I thought it was probably the wrong thing to do, but in hindsight, looking back, I mean, that effort that he put into my game certainly has helped me get the opportunity to play AFL football.
The record speaks for itself. Peter's average goal kicking, I think, is higher than anyone else's. And for me, he's tops. And I can't say much more than that. And what's more, it's not up to me to say this sort of thing, but I think he's a very fine man as well. I think he and Stephanie and the family are marvellous, you know. So I just think he's a wonderful advertisement for the game and for his home state and everything.